Hey guys, so I thought I'd make a quick video. I haven't made very many videos lately. Been a little hectic again. But I'm messing with this little broken blue otter doe. She's out of Odie. I'm not thrilled with her, and she's got one of these funky eyelids, so I'm pretty sure she's going to be cold because it's really bad. So when she's older, she will be cold. She's cute, but no, genetically we're just not loving this. But I also wanted to show, when they talk about, I can't remember the specific term right now, but ears that you don't want to flop and rex and you want to have good cartilage at the base. She's also a really good example of that. She just seems to have connective tissue issues. But, you know, and summer doesn't help. When they're born in summer, they get longer ears to help with heat. But the difference between these lines I have with Gage that I'm culling for and the lines with Dave is this. She often will be sitting around with one flopped ear, but literally I can sit here and go and do this and flop them and flop them and flop them and flop them. And if I wanted to, I can turn her into a lop. The babies with better cartilage at the base, they don't have so much problem with this. Like, she's out of the entire litter. She's just visibly like this. There's one other that has a flopped ear, but it's not. You see how low that is? Like, it's just, and I wish you could feel this because it's literally, there's just not enough there. And if you could compare the base of her ears to like our Dave lines, it's just, this is so much harder and thicker, and it just makes those ears sit straight up like they should, straight and back and pretty. And on her, not so much. And that is a Gage thing. That was those lines. That's not an Odie thing. So, having to deal with that. And the eye. It's unfortunate because she is a pretty little thing. She's not the best. I can't pose her up on camera here. I have nothing to hold my camera. Not the worst rear end. Not terrible at all. A little hollow, but they're all that way. That's the other thing. He'd throw some tall top lines on his otters, saying that her eye goes back to normal. But yeah. And there's the ear again. But, and you can see how severely bad that is. Like, it's so bad. You can partially get it to stand up, but you really can't. Her top line, she's too round. I thought she was going to be a nice round. She just keeps getting rounder and flat, kind of. Like, there's not enough depth to her. All these otters are a little hollow, but then they kind of fill in. Some of them do, some of them don't. I like her base. It's not terrible. Her feet could be straighter. All of them could be straighter. It's unfortunate. And I think she's going to have decent fur, but with the eye issue and the ear issue, the obvious cartilage and connective tissue issues, I'm not wanting to continue that in any in my lines, and I don't want it to continue in somebody else's lines, so she'll probably be cold. But for now, she's just enjoying being a baby and getting to grow and stuff, and just one bad day for her, that's all. But this is stuff you want to not have in your lines. Breed that out, cull it out. This is terrible. Like, it's kind of funny. It's funny, but you know, when we're trying to breed for better genetics, this is not acceptable. So I thought I'd show that because it's been severe and it hasn't changed with her, and you can feel it. And then her eye. So that's the way it goes though. But watch for those things when you're breeding Rex, or any rabbits actually, any breed, especially upright ear breeds. Watch that connective tissue, watch that cartilage, and just, you know, it doesn't matter if they end up with good fur. If she's got this going on and this going on, we're not keeping that around. We're not letting it pass on genetically if we can help it. So that's the way that goes, but I just wanted to show you that. Good moment to teach about that stuff. So good ear base will not do this. They don't fall all the way down. They don't. It doesn't matter on the heat, doesn't matter on any of that. She has siblings that do not do that. They also don't have the eye issue. So, but, yep. So, cull that out of your lines, because these lines I've had some issues that I found, like the eye thing and the ear thing. There's a thin coat thing that I'm having to breed out too. We have some great top lines on the otters. I mean, phenomenal. They could be a little more filled in at the loin. Some of them need a wider loin. The feet, we're gonna have to watch as well. We've got some that are cowhocked, some that potentially might be pinched. We're watching real close. I have noticed though, he also threw like this little fat pocket, and it makes them look like they're pinched when they're not. You'll put your hand down on them and you're like, no, that's not pinched, and you'll run your hand all over them. But yeah, so just watch for that in your lines. Any breed you choose, just be aware of things like that and don't let it continue. It's not okay. So, all right, let's see what else might end up as a video. The tower garden did get smushed the other day by a fallen half of a tree. It lived, but knocked everything around, so had to redo that, and I might lose part of my peppers. But other than that, not too much going on. Culled a few rabbits, made some really good dinners. Some of you probably saw that if you follow us on Facebook. But yeah, so just a quick update. This is the downside to breeding rabbits, is when you have crap genetics show up. But we'll see what happens. Went for the top lines, and then you get weird stuff that got ignored. So taking that out of those lines and moving on. So hope you all are having a good Thursday. I hope your week's going good. And I will see you soon.